Planning your week is one of the very most important things you can do. I highly recommend you do it at the very end of one of your work weeks because if you have your next week planned, you can enjoy your weekend and hit the ground running the next um, week. Uh, Now, having said that, I usually end up doing mine on Sunday morning, but after I go to church. So, anyways, if you look, I am on my adventure page, the Daymaster tab. There is a drop down here called Weekly Planning. It is designed to let you walk right through this. So you just go through the steps. And if it's bright yellow, you can click on it. It's very simple. So first thing you do is remember what matters. Take a moment once a week just to remind yourself, this is who I am and what I'm about. When you click on that, it brings up your focus plan. If you haven't already filled this out, you should. But it's a it, it's a very simple section. It just says, this is my purpose. If you want to change it, you click the edit button, change it. There's an explanation right there. And everybody needs to have a purpose. And if you click the light yellow buttons, you recall that that'll bring up a video. But there are courses about finding your purpose, but you need to just remind yourself once a week, this is why I'm here, my values, this is who I am. And then that one most important thing right now that changes over time. This is completely private. Now your purpose and values, um, that is shared. Other people can see that in the organization because it's good for the organization to know who people are. So remember that when you write them out, though I really don't think it's anything anybody should not want to share. Your purpose and your values are real. There's an About Me section in here. This is, again, is so other people in the organizations that you're a member of can get to know you. But this one, what's most important now, that's obviously very private. And there's a little button on here for discovering your purpose. That's that course I was talking about. So that's step one. Just take a few minutes to remind yourself who you are. Next, you update your task, which is on this page. Now we're in the middle of the week here, so you can see that in the green things, I've got some stuff done this week. I've got some more things to do. All right. But toward the end of the week, hopefully all these yellow things are gone because we work our weeks in sprints, which means before the week starts, you commit to what you're going to get done. This week, I'm going to look at what matters in my life, look at the things I'm the captain of or in charge of, and I make some commitments. Or the things I'm involved in, I make some commitments. This is what I'm going to get done. And then you go do them. Okay? Um, and so that's what you do. You look at your current task, and maybe there's someone, oh, I did that one. You have to mark it as completed. Or I've failed this one. You mark it as failed. And let's say I failed one because you just simply click the edit button. Filling out a task is very simple. Now, a task or not, they are somewhat complex because they link to everything. Getting stuff done is sometimes complicated, but this keeps things orderly, okay? If I change this to failed, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want the negative connotation, but then you have to take a minute and explain why you failed and what exactly you're going to change next time in order to go on. These are very good things because that's how you learn to not make the same mistake over and over and over. Okay? So that's step number two. You update your task. Then when you're all done updating your task, you go to step three. The bright yellow ones you click on, they do something. Well, this one opens up another tab and it brings you to your initiatives. An initiative is a project or a key performance indicator. It's something that you are the captain of, you're responsible for. Now, it may bring up something you're the keeper of too. That's possible. But these are all my initiatives, for example, across all the arenas I'm a part of, including my personal life. Your personal life has an arena, and you can create initiatives for it if you want to. Now, some people say that's over the top, but you know what? I can be a little over the top from time to time. But then you look at these initiatives and you do exactly This is why it opens up another tab so you can go back. You just do these, what it tells you to do. Do any milestones need to be better planned? So you go through your initiatives, and most people are not going to have near this many initiatives. And you click on them. I'm going to pick the second one because it's a little more in depth. When you click on it, it'll bring it up. And remember, when I'm recording a video, it's a little bit slower. The system itself is not this slow. So here is that initiative. Here's all the tasks that go with it. And the brown ones are milestones. So now, do any of my milestones need to be a little bit better planned? In this case, I can say no. I've pretty thoroughly planned out this project. I go back there, and that now, do I need to discuss this with anyone? So I'm looking at this, and maybe there are tasks, and there's not in this particular case. There's only one task that is assigned to someone else, but normally that's not the case. And yeah, okay, do I need to discuss this with someone? If there is, put the time on the calendar, get it discussed, get it done, get it ironed out. But again, that's what you're doing. You're looking at this and deciding that. You go on to the next one. Now I commit to the task I will do this week. So I go back to this initiative, and you can see I already did this for this week. All right, I committed. I said I'm going to get these two done. I almost did a third one, but I have this habit of over-committing. So instead of committing to it, I just left it at begun, left the date blank. So because one of the keys to being good at task management is accurately predicting when you will get something done, and because then people can count on it. And if someone else is waiting to do something till you do something, it's better for them to have a date they can count on than for it to be told an early date, get all planned and ready to go, and then you miss your date. Okay? So I'm not saying don't push yourself, but I'm saying it's good to get what you say you're going to get done by when you say you're going to get it. Okay, so now you've gone through all your initiatives. When that happens, you will have committed to certain things. You can come back to this page now. Because they're on separate tabs, you may have to refresh it. But if you refresh this page, then anything you committed to is going to show up in bright yellow. You'll say, okay, I'm committed to those things next week. You'll have your lighter green ones below it. And now you look at this, and then you bring up your calendar, whether it's a Google Calendar or whatever it may be. And I'll just bring mine into this conversation if the video will let me. There, so you look at your calendar, and you actually schedule time on your calendar for when you're going to do these things. That is one of the most key steps in the whole operation. Now, when you do that, you might want to schedule twice as much time as what you think you'll need. That's real common. If it doesn't actually take you that long, that means you've got some spare time to do some of these other light green tasks that you didn't commit to, or something else, or maybe take off a day and go swimming or something, whatever. But I generally think it's wise to schedule twice as much time as you think you're going to need, because most of the time you'll end up needing more than that. Anyways, that is a well-planned week. And if you do that, then once a day, you either need to come back to this tab, or you pull out your cell phone and you go to the app, because you can run your days off the cell phone really easy. So Arena Success Group, download the app. You have to sign up. You have to be a member on the website, but then the app, you sign in, the app works great for day-to-day work. Okay, so that's planning your week. Thank you very much.